to meet you, Mr.
How are you?
Candidate.
Yes.
We are happy to have you with us this evening. We want to find out a little bit more about who you are.
Okay.
Tell us about Ivor.
Ivor is a 49-year-old lawyer, soon to be 50. I'm 50 on the 31st of May,
Wow.
1966, which means that I was born in the year that the founder of my party was overthrown. That is 1966. But I'm a lawyer, publisher, but most of all, you know, a politician, or we like to call ourselves public servants, you know, people who want to offer themselves to contribute to the development of Ghana through the vehicles of political parties.
A key issue in politics nowadays is the unemployment of the youth.
Yes.
What does the CPP have for the youth?
Well, you know, first of all, you have to be able to understand why the problem exists in order to be able to prescribe the right kind of solution. And, you know, unemployment reflects the fact that the economy is not working as it should. Because if the economy was working as it should, automatically you would expect employment to be generated by opportunities from so many companies engaged in different kinds of activities. And we have said for some time now, which is why we believe we're the real alternative to take us on a new path of development, is that the two larger parties who have ruled Ghana since our return to constitutional rule in 1992 have followed economic policies which, you know, are almost the same as each other in terms of both those parties, and which have led us to the situation that we find ourselves in now, where you are asking me questions about, you know, employment. And in the CPP's perspective, we believe in ensuring that there's far more value addition to our local resources in key areas where we believe as a nation we have comparative advantage, and therefore that would create industries in so many areas of activity which would offer the kind of employment that doesn't exist now. And we believe that can only be done with the state intervening, not necessarily to own these enterprises, but to do far more than it's doing at the moment, to ensure that, you know, private business working together with government is able to have the opportunity to create enterprises and industries, both light manufacturing and heavy manufacturing, in so many different sectors, you know, and in so many different areas around the country. And it is on that basis that we feel our alternative way forward has a far greater possibility of offering hope to the youth and creating the kind of employment which is lacking now. And unless we change the structure of the economy and change the way we do things, we'll continue to have the same results. And I don't think people are happy with the same results or the recurrent results that they're receiving. I think under the New Patriotic Party, they had something they claimed was the golden age of business. If there had been a successful period of time, we would have found lots of employment, and I don't think they would have been removed from office through an election. So CPP, we are interested in the golden age of opportunity for all Ghanaians in all spheres of activity. One key area, of course, for any individual to be able to feel responsible and satisfied and fulfilled in looking after him or herself and his family is by having employment and having an income and being able to survive on his or her own. And so we believe our alternative economic policies and prescriptions would lead to the kind of employment that is lacking now.
In the case of healthcare, right now we're having a huge problem with the National Health Insurance scheme that was put into place, supposedly for the grassroots people, for those who don't have money to go to the doctors when they feel like it. It's not working. What would you do differently as a CPP?
Well, I think, you know, it's important to understand that, you know, when a scheme such as this is set up, you know, it was set up with good purpose. And I think if it is experiencing problems, it's not about bringing it to an end, but it's about identifying what those problems are and how to make it work efficiently and to achieve the purpose that you've just alluded to, offering health services to the ordinary Ghanaian. And that can be achieved, we believe, by looking at how the scheme is run and how the fund is run. And we believe, obviously, both have to be run by professionals. and not be run by politicians. Because anybody managing a fund has to be an expert in managing money and ensuring the investments generate the kind of returns, capital returns and income returns that would see the fund continue to grow in size with the proper utilization of the funds available. And also those managing the scheme have to be health professionals, people who understand how to take the decisions which would lead to the benefits that would accrue to the ordinary Ghanaian in that sector. So we would take a look at how the scheme is run and how the fund is run, how they should be separated, which are not separated at the moment, to make sure the entire process is one which achieves the kind of benefits that we're looking to achieve.
What would you say to the physically challenged community?
Okay, well, I think already the ordinary Ghanaian is disabled by rising utility prices, by rising transportation costs, by lack of opportunity for employment, by the inability to fulfill the kind of potential that each individual has. So if the ordinary citizen who's moving around is already disabled, how much more somebody who might have an additional burden to carry, whether that is some kind of visual impairment or hearing impairment or a physical challenge in not being able to move around or walk around. And so the message to them is that, as it has been stated in the UN Convention, as it is stated in our National Disability Act, what we would do is ensure that those things are actually done and create the kind of opportunity and chances that any sophisticated and advanced people would do to try and ensure that we exist as brothers and sisters in a nation where we all have equal value and we can all move forward together as one people. Okay.
So I would like you to give us your message of peace for the elections for 2016.
Well, our message is of peace, of opportunity for all Ghanaians. We believe that every Ghanaian, every citizen, wherever he or she is placed over the surface of the earth, of this our beautiful nation, has every right to access all the various opportunities that the state has to offer that individual to work hard and through the efforts of their hard work achieve the best for themselves and for their families and for their community. But in the end, for the country as a whole, we've done it before. We have the right people, we have the right team, and we believe our message is a message that is going to ensure that we find a new way forward, a way forward that's going to offer opportunity to the youth, opportunity to ensure that people can really fulfill their own innate self-potential. And we're very happy to engage with the people of Ghana in a conversation about how to achieve that. A serious conversation based on values that we all agree upon. And we are looking forward to that discussion. And during that discussion, which we will engage with you over this next few months, we believe by the time it comes to voting, you would have seen enough in our new relationship to ensure that you give the Convention People's Party a chance to represent you in the government of this nation. Thank you.